Hello and welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Jen and I have some really awesome Disney things to share with you today. All of these have come in within the last couple days. Some I went to pick up locally. Let's start there. If you ever use like Facebook Marketplace, like go on there right now and just type in Disney. You would be amazed at like the treasures you can find right in your own backyard. So I did a search for Disney a couple days ago, and here I find 6 miles away from me is a lady that makes custom ears. Like, really? So quick message to her, I'm like, hey, what do you got? So I got these ears here, the cute little bunnies, bunny on each side. These might be my new favorite. So these are $20. I will link her Facebook page down in the description. I'm sure she's willing to ship if you are not local. She doesn't do this full time, but you know, just as a hobby, she likes to make them for her and her family. I also got from her these forky ears. So they're plain on the back and this is the front. These were also only $20, and they're super comfy. So yeah, I like these a lot. This next one, I almost fell out of my seat when I saw this one. I'm just scrolling down through and oh my goodness, like you will not believe what I found for $20. 20 bucks. You ready? Ready for this? So there's his head. I don't even know. I'll probably won't be able to get his whole body in the frame here. But so we have here Rex, and he was only $20. And he will, so his feet, there's like some, it's like hard in the bottom, so he's sturdy between his 2 feet there and his long tail. Like he will just sit up straight on the floor. Here, I feel like a ventriloquist with my puppet. This is Rex. I'd keep him here for the whole thing if I could. But I could not believe this. So he was about 45 minutes from my house, but I still messaged the lady. I'm like, is Rex still available? I will come and get him right now. So yesterday I actually went out and got him. I had to laugh. I watch a lot of the crime shows, you know, the First 48, Cold Case, things like that. So all these real life murder shows, and you know, you always want to meet at a public place, but I mean, I don't always, and when I sell things online, I have people come to my house. But there is always that very real risk. So as I'm driving there, I realized like this is in the middle of nowhere. And I actually took out my phone to video like this road I was on, and I'll put this in here. It's just this dirt road, middle of the woods, and it's raining, and I'm just like, my goodness. I'm like, if something happens and people are like, well, why did she go there alone? There was a promise of a dinosaur. So I'm so glad things worked out. I get there, the lady was super nice, and she's like, oh, do you have a little boy at home, you know, that'll like this? And there was this awkward pause on my end. I'm like, nope, he's for me. So I kind of wish it hadn't been raining, because I do drive a Jeep Wrangler, and I totally would have put the top down because I had him in the front seat, in the front passenger seat. Totally would have put the top down. When it gets nicer out, I might still do that. We'll go for a cruise. This is my ride or die. Next in my pile here, let us get this one. So I had showed off my Artland pin collection, I think last week or so, and I had shown I have 4 of the Mark Chilcott pins, but I was missing the 5th one, and I said, you know, maybe someday I'll get it, but it had been sold out for a while, so the eBay price is really, really high. And Rachel, one of my subscribers, and I would consider her a friend at this point, we've gone back and forth a couple times, she reached out to me. She's like, I have that Coco pin that you're missing, and she was willing to sell it to me like at cost, which is unheard of. Like any of the eBay prices are so much more. That was so nice of her, and she was so gracious. So Rachel, thank you so much. It's so amazing. And And she sent me this Fantasia postcard as well. So sweet. So here is the pin, and I will show you then, I will add it and show you the completed Mark Chilcott set. And the reason I had fallen in love with these is before I had seen the Mark Chilcott pin, I didn't realize that you could put like an art print on a pin. So here's the one I was missing, and it was Coco. And I had talked before about how I'm having my own fantasy pin made. Because once I'm like, oh, I can take an art print and turn it into a pin. Well, that's what I did. So that is still in the works. You know, my first time working with an overseas manufacturer. So that's just taking a long time, but hopefully those will be here in the month or two. But these pins just are so special to me because these are the ones where I was like, oh my goodness, it's artwork like on a pin. So let's go ahead and add this to the other four, and I'll show you what the completed set now looks like. All right, so here is one of my pin boards, and the Mark Chilcott pins are right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, I've left some space there to add our fifth one. Right there. Oh, look at that. They are beautiful. It's like a little mini museum. We have Wally, Toy Story, and Up, and Ratatouille, and now Coco. And I just love those so much. So again, Rachel, thank you. Those pins look incredible together. Okay, next pin here. This was actually an eBay purchase. So they have those, the mystery boxes, but in the it's like a puzzle set. There's a bunch of different ones that are out, and I started one. Never again, this is gonna be my only puzzle, because of course you can't get like all the pieces without like buying some once you get down to the nitty-gritty of what you still need. And before they're out of circulation entirely, I figured, okay, I just need to, when I have an extra 20 bucks sitting aside, like I need to finish off these pieces because I can't stand having a puzzle that's not completed. So this is the box. It was the Rescuers, and that's what the completed set looks like. There are 2 chaser pins. I am not concerned about the chaser pins. I just want to have a complete puzzle, because without the chaser, it's like you can't tell that it's not complete. But if you look at a puzzle and you're like missing pieces, it stands out, as you can tell when we look at mine. So I have 5. I'm still missing 5. So with this one, this will be number 6. So I'll still be missing 4, but I will try to continue to get those one at a time as I'm able. All right, so this is one of our pieces here. It's Evinrude. So let's go ahead and add him and see how our puzzle set looks now. All right, here's my Rescuers collection of pins. We got our new Evinrude pin, and he's gonna go, oh wait, yes, I've done puzzles before, why do you ask? Oh goodness, oh, gonna have to move these over. There we go. Might still have to adjust that a little bit, but all right, so at least we have the 2 sides coming together now. So I'm still missing 2 here and 2 here. So 6 down, 4 to go to complete that. All right, next, there's a Facebook group called Pinning with Pal and Friends. I've talked about that group before. It is a group that I'm very active in. And they had a live pin sale. And there was 2 pins that I jumped on. So I will show you those. And also when you order from them, so they've started these like limited edition trading cards that they send out with their orders. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so the trading card I got this time around is Milo. That's what the back looks like. And somewhere around here. Okay, so these are the ones that I've received from them already. So I'm just going to add this one in, so I have 6 from them. Okay, so the 2 pins. So live pin sales, they can get pretty exciting because when a pin, you see a pin and you really want it, you gotta jump on it, especially if you know that other people are gonna want it as well. I have been dying to have a Peach Dragon pin. Any Peach Dragon pin. I love Peach Dragon and there's just not enough. So they showed this, and sure enough, like a couple other people like commented like at the same time, but I got mine in first. I'm like, my heart stopped. I'm like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, it's pinked. So this is the pin here. And it says Peach Dragon 25th Parade Dazzle. Oh, no. 25th. I think this is Razzle Dazzle Anniversary. Brazzle. Brazzle. Oh yeah, it's a Brazzle Dazzle Day. Do 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 do. Shoes on. Shoes on. Limited edition of 3,500. He's so tiny. Whew. I like this one though. So my very first Peach Dragon pin. I'm super excited to have that. And the other pin that I got from the pin sale, there we go. So here is Little John from Robin Hood in disguise there. And I do like to collect Robin Hood pins. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh, I want that one. So those are my pins from the live pin sale. Next one I'm going to show you is something that I got in a pin trade. And it's not going to be something that you're expecting to see in a pin trade. Dun, da, da, da. So I got this, like I said, in a pin trade, and this was from that same group, Pinning with Pal and Friends. And they also do like pin auctions where they will put up usually a pin, but it can be other Disney merchandise, and the auction will last for an hour. So within that hour, you put in the comments what you're willing to trade for that item, and then the original person that posted it after that hour, they can go through and say, okay, I'd like to trade with this person. Well, this was the item that they put up for trade, and in the items that they were looking for, you know, they listed off a bunch of different things, but in there was Artland pins. So I took a picture of, it was Jessie and Bullseye, the Toy Story Artland pin that I had, and I'm like, I'd be willing to trade that. And I was tied in first place with somebody else. So I added in, I don't have very many trader pins, but when I get duplicates of the open edition or blind boxes or things like that, I have a small section of trader pins. So I sent that picture as well, and I said, you can pick any 3 from here to add to that Artland pin. And they chose me to trade with, so I traded my Artland pin and 3 open edition pins for this Snow White Loungefly bag. This came out a couple months ago, so I had seen it, had been on my radar. It wasn't like a must-have or anything, but I just think it's really cute. I like the design with the dwarfs up top here. So super excited. The pin trading community, Loungefly community, so fun. Okay, next. Let us do this one next. So this is from Adorn and Purse Co. They sell Loungefly products. So I think I ordered this from last month's pre-order. This is a pair of ears. I do have the bag coming from somewhere else. Now, so as far as this company goes, their packaging is very nice. You look in here, their tissue paper even like has their company name on it. I haven't opened these yet to see these ears in person. I do know with the bag, I already know, and with the ears as well, because it's the same like coloring and materials. And I think sometimes we all struggle with this, is when they show the pre-orders, it's a drawn up version of the bag. It's not like a real in person, real life. Some of those words mixed together. Like photo of the bag, and in their rendition of it, it definitely looked more pastel, which I really liked. And now that I've seen them, like real pictures of it, I'm like, like not as much of a fan. But these are the ears, and I'll show you here. Very nicely packaged and folded. Oh, look at that, and they come in a bag. All right, so here's their card, Adorn and Purse Co. All right. I think this is my first set of ears that I've gotten that comes in like a black, in a Loungefly bag. So that's nice. All right, let's see here. So here's the bag that they're in. Open up this. Oh. You know what? Maybe I do kind of like them. So I definitely love the side. Like, look at the stitching on that. That looks nice. That looks very nice. This feels like really high quality. Like the bow, it's got that faux leather, and it's not like, you know, flimsy or anything. Like, that's pretty stable, pretty sturdy. And look at, I don't think I've seen any other ones with this kind of tag. It's got like, it's a clear, feels like inner tube material. That's neat. I mean, it's still honking way too big for what a tag needs to be, but yeah, I mean, I think I still would have liked, either one of two ways. Either A, to go pastel with it, or different shades of these same colors. Like these shades of colors just aren't working for me. Like if you did, because it's like a sky blue and a lime green and like a rusty orange and then like pink. But if you would have done like a solid blue and like a true green, you know, a brighter orange or red, like one way or the other, this middle ground, I'm like, I don't know. And the bag that they came out with is the same. So, and I do have that on the way from somewhere else. So we'll have to take a look at that unboxing when that comes in. I think my favorite part is just like that stitching on the headband there. Just very high quality, very well made. So I'll give them that. So we got those. Okay, and I believe our last box here, this was a Shop Disney order. We have their tissue paper that I'm sure you're familiar with. So in here, since we're on the ears, let's grab these next ones. So I had ordered these from Shop Disney. Look at these. So I love this color. Like, it's just this beautiful, like, light purplish blue, and this bow, like, lace stuff in the middle is very very different than what you normally see. Kind of dressy. It's my first pair with this kind of like bow, very different from me. But again, the color is what sold me on these, and they sparkle in the light. Again, just there's sequins all over, which I love. So I did grab these. And then we have, if you are collecting the Disney Castle collection, I have the Little Mermaid castle here. This one might be my favorite. I haven't seen it in person yet. This will be the first time, but from the pictures I've seen, like, this looks really pretty. So let's go ahead and open this. All right. And there have been a lot of complaints about this pin, and I would agree that, like, sometimes the hinge is just off. Like, you can see it's not lined up on the back there and on the front, how it doesn't line up exactly. I haven't had, you know, I have had some arrive like that, and they're strong enough that I've been able to just kind of finagle and bend it to where it needs to be, and then it's fine. Although some people have received some that have just been like way crooked, but the ones that I've gotten, you know, just kind of bend it a little and it was all right. So here again, the detail in the front of that, So pretty. And on the back we have, you know, limited release. It's such a heavy pin. I mean, as it should be. It's huge, and then it opens up. Oh, again, look at the colors inside there. I think this might be my favorite of the Castle collection. And we'll go ahead and add this. I do have the case with my Castle pins in it, and we'll add that as well. All right, so here is my Castle case here. So we're gonna pop this open. All right. So this came with this nifty little guide here, so we can see our Little Mermaid one is gonna go right here. So I'm gonna grab this, slide that under there. I'm not gonna press it down all the way because I'm gonna eyeball it with the rest. Might have to adjust some of these just to line them up better, but it's gonna go about there. So there we have our Castle collection. Looks like we are missing two more. One here and one will go there. But for now, she's looking pretty good. So I think that is everything I have to show you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.